welcome back to the Deep Six Wrestling Podcast. It's Monday, June 16th. It's been 2 weeks since we've done one of these, but it is time once again for a WWE Raw review. Joey put the stipulation in the last episode we did where we cannot stop reviewing Raw until we all agree that the show is a thumbs up for a week, and then we can stop this. So we're here for the long haul, it seems, because I do not expect a 3-hour episode of Raw to get a thumbs up for quite some time. But regardless, here we are. Last night was NXT TakeOver. I watched it. It was alright. Honestly, a pretty weak TakeOver in my opinion. Not really going to go too much into it. But it does appear Samoa Joe is headed back to NXT following the ending of the show. So if you're a Samoa Joe fan and you were hoping for him to go elsewhere, like New Japan, Impact, Ring of Honor, or AEW, unfortunately, that is not the case, but he is headed back to NXT, it seems. So there you go.
As long as he's allowed to wrestle, I don't think anybody's going to complain in the long run.
Yeah. This Sunday is Hell in a Cell. I do not expect us to have a review. I don't think any of us are going to watch it, probably. So if you're looking for that, you're shit out of luck. This Thursday, Ryan and Angela will be back with the Impact Power Hour, following Against All Odds, which had Moose versus Kenny Omega as the main event, and I'm sure they're going to talk about that. And then, is Dynamite on Friday or Saturday? Friday. Yeah, this is the last Friday, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have Dynamite again this Friday. Who knows if we'll have a review just because of the late times. But regardless, Dynamite is on Friday this week, and the next week it is Saturday, and then they're back on the road. So that is all that. But if you're joining us now, this is our Raw review, so be sure to hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Leave us a review if you're on Apple. Follow us over on Twitter at Deep Six Wrestling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do all the good things that are totally free. Without further ado, I haven't been on one of these podcasts in Double or Nothing. I am no longer the Deep Six champion. Rob is officially Deep Six champ again, so I can't say it, but I'm Pat.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Joey.
And as has become the norm for these WWE Raw reviews, we're going to kick things off with not talking about Raw. Ryan is going to do another game show. The last time we did this, we did trivia on gimmick matches, and before that it was NBA players, seeing if I could name them. So this week Ryan, it's over to you. You can tell us what we're doing.
Yeah, so since it's Hell in a Cell time, which is so weird to be saying it's the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell in the summer, decided to quiz Joey and Pat on some random Hell in a Cell facts. See who knows their Hell in a Cell stuff best.
Oh, God.
Hopefully, I know for a fact it won't go as long as the last time.
Yeah, the last time was basically an hour.
Yeah, we're not going that long. Absolutely not.
This is barely a review of Raw.
To be fair, nothing of note happened on that Raw.
Yeah.
Which is why we allowed it to go on.
That's fair.
All right. So first...
also, before we get into things, I do want to give a shout-out to somebody. Shout-out to Black Scorpo on WWE Supercard. Go fuck yourself. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so we'll kick this off. Just raise your hand, or raise your hand if you get it, because it's gonna be yes or no question, or multiple choice. I'm not just gonna ask it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, in what year did the first ever Hell in a Cell match take place?
1996.
No.
1999.
No, it would be 1997.
Oh, come on. It's 1 year away.
And who were the two members of this match?
It would be Mankind and The Undertaker.
No, it would not.
What?
You got one right.
It would be The Undertaker and Kane.
Nope.
Well, can we go again?
Yeah, if you're trying to get the one person.
Oh,
you've got The Undertaker.
Big Boss Man.
No.
Oh.
Is it Mick Foley?
No.
No. It's Paul
Orndorff.
Paul London. No. No.
Are they still alive?
Yes.
They're still alive.
Oh,
really?
they're still alive.
Interesting. Who is the first Hell? I always.
Triple H.
No.
I feel like they always say that the first Hell in a Cell.
I thought it was Mankind.
Shawn Michaels?
Oh.
It was Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, in which
Mankind?
Shawn Michaels wins at Bad Blood in Your House, October 5th, 1997.
Oh
in a singles match to determine the #1 contender for the WWF Championship at Survivor
So
Series.
was Mankind and Taker the second one ever?
No, that would be the third one.
Okay, wait, was the champ that they were facing Hulk Hogan? Or who was it? No, wait, 97.
97?
Who the hell was champ?
It would be
Stone Cold. Triple H. The Rock.
I don't think it'd be Triple H yet.
97. Bret Hart,
Bret Hart.
Oh, okay.
in which Shawn Michaels would defeat Bret Hart.
Yep. Montreal Screwdriver.
Yep.
Hey man,
There you go.
to be fair, I was not alive.
Yep.
I was very young, so.
No excuse. You should have been a wrestling historian by then.
All right. Before
It's fucking having a stroke over here trying to read it.
who?
You.
No.
I don't even know if the mic's gonna pick that up.
I hope.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Before Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman's no contest, there had been one previous no contest match.
Can you give us
In
the
a
Can
Hell
you
in
give
a
us the
Cell.
year?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, as I scroll on up to it, it is from August 24th, 1998, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is the shortest ever Hell in a Cell, and it is from Raw is War. Who are the two people involved in this match?
What year did you say this was?
1998 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on an episode of
So wait,
Raw
is
is
this the-
War.
Taker on there?
No,
I feel like Taker's in every just Hell in a Cell
Triple
match.
H?
no.
No.
Are we close with either of these people?
Foley. Mankind. Foley.
Mankind is
Okay,
one.
He's in another one. So it's just one. It's a one-on-one, obviously.
Yes, it
Or
is a
Rock.
singles match. No,
Stone Cold.
no,
Big Boss Man.
no,
Vince.
no,
Shane.
no.
I don't think Shane was wrestling in
Who
1998.
cares, dude? He is. Stephanie. No.
Yeah,
So
Linda.
Mick Foley. Can we get like some hints? Like
You were close with the Undertaker.
Kane.
Yes. Yeah, Mankind versus Kane ended in no contest in a 7-minute and 41-second Hell in a Cell
That sounds
on a
worth it.
random episode of
That
Raw's
sounds
War.
perfectly worth it. I mean, to be fair, that's before Hell in a Cell had like the prestige it does.
Wait, didn't? Wait, wasn't the Fiend and Seth Rollins a no contest in this?
Nope.
No, that ended. Wait, no, I feel like that did end in a no contest.
They never really declared a winner.
I don't
for
know.
that.
I feel like that definitely went to no
Remember
contest.
they like stopped it.
It is listed as Seth Rollins win via match stoppage. Ref stoppage.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
I was gonna look it up then.
Yeah. What is the longest Hell in a Cell match of all time?
Triple
Oh,
H.
actually, I should state real quick. Actually, the Hell in a Cell that I just talked about is actually the second shortest. The first shortest did not air.
That was like a live show one.
It is a dark match
What?
on Raw for the WWE Championship
From what year?
from 2011.
What?
What?
Who are the 5 people for this
Five?
match? Yes, it is a fatal 5-way in
In
a
a
Hell in a Cell
in
dark
2011?
match.
Wait, what? Sorry, you said 2011.
2011
Punk was
Raw.
champion then, right? No.
Well, it's either Cena. So it's
Cena?
after Punk.
Punk.
Punk's not. Oh, Punk isn't it? Okay.
That's 2.
Ryback.
No.
No, Ryback didn't debut until that point. I don't think. Who the fuck is the Miz?
No.
Alberto?
Yep.
Ken Kennedy.
No.
So Alberto, how many we got? 4?
You've got 3 of the 5.
3 of the 5.
3.
John Morrison.
No. One of them is still with the company. One of them is not with the
Jeff
company.
Hardy.
No.
Edge.
No.
Randy?
No.
Jericho.
Jared,
Damn.
one of them is still with the company as
Big
an
Show.
active wrestler?
Yes.
Big Show.
No.
As an active
Kane.
wrestler.
Both people are still
Ray?
active. No.
Taker.
Dolph.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph.
Okay, so then the other person is no longer in the company.
Yes,
So
but
are
it's
they
still an active wrestler.
Still an active wrestler. Okay.
Dean Ambrose.
No.
What?
Dean Ambrose did not
What?
debut in 2011.
Dude, I don't know.
What?
Who's there in heart?
Still an active wrestler.
But not part of the company.
Not part of the company.
Christian?
No. You're in the right company, at least.
So it's AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Who's a former WWE guy? The Evan Bourne?
Rusev. Miro.
What? I don't think he debuted on main roster until like 2013 or 2014.
I don't know timelines, dude.
Yeah, I really missed the big Rusev and CM Punk feud for the WWE
Me
Championship.
too, dude.
In a Hell in a Cell.
Oh, Hardy. Matt Hardy.
No.
Oh.
Really? Who the fuck is it?
Did you give up?
No.
No.
We need one more hit and then we'll give up. If we can't get it.
Anything else would give this person away?
No, I don't think
Yes.
so.
There's not much else I could name about this person.
He guessed Jericho, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't Jericho. Not Jericho, not
Hager.
Christian.
Jake
Oh,
Hager.
shit.
Jack Swagger.
Jack
baby.
Swagger. It was a 5-minute match.
5 minutes? What was the fucking point of bringing the sellout?
What state was this in?
Philly. He's in Philly.
No, this is Kansas City, Missouri. It was the week before Hell in a Cell, in which Del Rio, Cena, and Punk had their triple threat.
I'm sorry, if I was a fan of that show, I would have been fucking pissed. They're like, oh, we're going to give you Hell in a Cell, but it's 5 minutes with 5 random people.
Anyway, so back to the longest, right?
Yeah, it's back to the longest.
Triple H and Undertaker.
I have to scroll back to it. No.
The Armageddon one.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You have one competitor, right?
It's the Triple H?
Yes.
And Michaels.
Yep. Triple H and Michaels from Bad Blood 2004. How
That's
long did it go?
Did you know that's Joey's favorite pay-per-view?
Bad Blood?
Name me every single match on that show, Joey.
Nope.
None. So you said how long did it go?
Yeah.
35 minutes.
No.
28?
28 is the longest, you think?
Oh, it's significantly longer than that? 45.
Close.
They went in 50.
48. Higher or
44.
lower?
Lower than
47.
Yeah, 47 minutes, 26 seconds.
Damn.
The next closest
So-
was 39 minutes even,
What was that?
which was, as I pull up to it. Did I pass it already? It was Kevin Owens defeating Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell.
What? I don't remember that.
I remember that because that's one where Zayn turned heel.
Ah, yes. Now I remember. Thank you.
I just wanted to a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
It's
the
such
falls could happen.
Yes,
They can happen
yes.
on like the floor.
Um,
Makes sense.
Who is the woman with the most Hell in a Cell appearances?
Sasha
in
Banks.
the thing. In the cell.
Sasha Banks.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is
thank
Sasha.
you.
How many does she have?
I don't fucking know.
5.
4?
No.
Neither of us got that?
No.
3.
Yes, it is 3.
So not that much. Jesus.
Yeah.
She had Charlotte and her, Becky and her, and Bailey and her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's the 4 horsemen. So all she has to do is face herself.
Yeah, and she's got it.
She could be Sasha versus Banks.
Yeah, just Sasha taking on
How-
a bunch of banking corporations.
Who are the 3 people to beat Shane McMahon?
Kevin Owens,
Yep. In Hell in a Cell, obviously.
The Undertaker.
Yep.
And Kane. No, Austin.
Neither of them, or
Hold on.
Okay.
Pulling up to it because you guys decided too quickly. No, neither of them.
are they alive?
Yeah, it's a 2-on-3 handicap match.
Wait,
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So what do you mean it's a 2-on-3 handicap match?
The match is a 2-on-3 handicap match.
From what year?
This final match.
From what year?
It is 2006.
Was he part of the 3 or 2?
He was part of the 3.
Okay, so Vince was in it.
Yep.
Then wasn't
And
the other
Rock.
team was the
No.
was the other team DX?
Yep.
The other team was DX. So
Yep.
who's the third person?
So you've got
so
who
wait,
beat them.
DX. It was Michaels and Taker. Or no, Michaels
Michaels and
and
Triple H.
Triple H.
Yes, that's who
versus
beat-
Vince
Yeah.
and Shane.
But who's the third person?
And
It's not God,
it's
right?
not Austin.
No. Also, apparently, this is the first ever amplified version of the cell, which they debuted at this show and would use ever since. I don't know what
I
the
think it just
difference
means the
is.
bigger cell.
Okay.
Like the cell.
Tyson. So,
No.
Taker.
No.
Kane.
Is it a wrestler?
Yes.
An active wrestler?
Is he dead or alive?
He's alive.
Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man is dead.
R.I.P. Sorry.
I don't know. They haven't wrestled in a bit.
But define a bit.
Since last year.
RVD?
No. They are still on a contract to wrestle, I believe, but that's not their sole purpose.
Big Show?
Yeah. I couldn't know how else to describe it. And one final one. What was the first ever Hell in a Cell match for a title?
What year?
2000.
Wow, it took them...
It was the 6th ever Hell in a Cell.
Okay, interesting.
Wait, wasn't the Armageddon one for a title?
That would be after. That's after it.
What was
By
it, 2001 or 2002?
That was 2000 as well.
Oh, okay. So
That was the
earlier in
end of
year.
2000.
Does
This is February of 2000.
Okay.
And the stipulation was belt championship versus career.
In 2000?
Yes.
Are both people still alive?
Yes.
It was Triple H one of them?
Triple H is one of them.
He was
Ric Flair.
champion, right?
He was champion, correct?
Ric Flair?
Michaels.
No.
Triple H.
The person didn't stay retired very long.
Well, obviously. I feel like.
In 2000 is what we're going
Undertaker. No.
The Rock.
No.
Austin. King. No.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley as Cactus Jack,
Cactus Jack. Okay.
which I believe he would later...
Then you'd be Dude Love or something. Or
No, I believe he
Mankind.
came back in 2000, at WrestleMania
That's
that
someone
year.
else, probably, right? Or was he just Cactus Jack?
No, yeah, he came back as Vince McMahon.
Well, he had 3 different, personalities, so gimmicks, so you could have just easily been.
All right, we can get right into the thing. That was my last question.
That was your last thing?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I just want to look real quick. I believe he just came back and was in WrestleMania in a world title match.
Sounds about
Was
right.
that the one with, the Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, because that'd be 2000, right?
I think so. Again, we're not really wrestling historians, so
We should be.
Don't take our word for this. Anyway, Raw this week, we opened with Alexa Bliss on her little playground with her makeup on. I feel like it's gotten significantly worse. She now is
pale face,
very pale and has raccoon eyes. It's certainly something. And basically, she just recapped what we missed last week, where she killed Shayna Baszler or something. And then Nia Jax came out into the playground and talked to her, and basically said that they... this is where we got to reveal that Alexa versus Shayna is happening at the pay-per-view on Sunday, for those of you who care. And Nia then basically said that she used to like Alexa, but now Alexa's changed, and that apparently they're going to fight. And so Alexa accepts, and we find out that we're getting Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax tonight. What a way to kick off Raw.
2 former best friends.
Yeah. Let it be known this was one of 3 women's matches tonight. And one of 5 women's segments.
That's just not correct math. There was 4.
4.
Asuka, Rhea, Charlotte,
Nikki.
Dewdrop, and Naomi.
I forgot about that.
Dewdrop.
Yes.
4 matches.
Yeah,
and
4.
There was a lot of women's segments tonight, so...
I'm not going to give them props for it because I would argue
half of them were bad.
I would argue none of them were good. So
Rhea versus Asuka was a good match.
But they've done it so
Yes.
much, and it didn't accomplish anything.
Other than having a really obnoxiously long pull apart.
But that wasn't the match. That was
Yeah.
after the match. So anyway, after the things that starts, after that ends. Sorry, we go to what do we go? We go to Charlotte versus Nikki Cross, because Nikki Cross is just kind of on roll as somebody who can beat Charlotte Flair randomly.
And pin Rhea.
Yeah.
Because she pinned Rhea last week.
She's
Going on these flukes.
Yeah, she is currently, in the last 3 weeks, she is 3-0.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to say about this match. It was over before there was a commercial break like as soon as this started because the opening promo and then the entrance. Nikki won. Rhea came out here also at some point to distract Charlotte.
No, she came out right as the bell rang.
Yeah. And then
it's the worst distraction ever.
Somehow Charlotte got distracted later and Nikki won.
The count out.
Yeah.
Because Nikki Cross can pin Rhea in the middle of the ring, but they can't sacrifice Charlotte. That's too goddamn much.
That's 4 straight victories on Monday Night Raw for Nikki Cross there. So.
And then Charlotte beat the crap out of...
Anything going to come out of it? Probably not.
But Charlotte beat up Nikki, and then Rhea hit the Riptide on Charlotte, which ended that. After this, we went to Matt Riddle backstage with Jeff Hardy. Joe, you want to make a comment on Jeff Hardy's face paint? Because
he was like talking like very.
He was talking really fucking weird through his promo. I don't know what it was.
He was trying to be like, I don't know.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, he was just trying to like give out like words of like wisdom. He like sounded like a monk or something.
It sounded weird. I didn't like his delivery.
But the entire time, you know how his like face paint is, where like he like legit puts like the face paint on his eyelids, like when he closes them. So he had his eyes closed the entire time, but it looked like they were open because he put like eyeballs on his eyelids. And honestly, it looked terrible. I hate it, honestly. And then he opened up his eyes. Then Riddle made a dumbass comment. Was like, "Oh, your eyes were closed." Or
no, he said, "You got 4 eyes."
I
wish I had 4 eyes because then I could see super far. Again, and then I also wish I had 4 arms so then I could play 2 guitars. But actually, I could give 1 guitar to Rick Boogs from SmackDown, and then Xavier could play the bass.
Yeah, he doesn't play the bass; he plays the fucking.
And Randy Orton can play the piano because he would look really good playing with the ivory.
At this point, he was just going off, and it was clear that Jeff Hardy had already walked away, and then Riddle once again. I feel like this angle happens all the time with Riddle. He will like start talking and then the person will be gone. I feel like that happened like
way
one
too
of
much.
the episodes we watched with Randy, where he was just trying to talk to Randy. Randy was already gone. So yeah, it's just really dumb humor. That's just like the audience. That's just like really what.
For me, Matt Riddle's character at this point is like
WWE
dumb,
is going for.
Awful.
Like, he went from Riddle in NXT, he went from like having some decent comedy, like
the end of his NXT run was not good because they like saddled him with the "How much fish could Bobby Fish" song that he had to come out like singing to the crowd.
His comedy at the end like got really childish, and it continues to be childish on the main roster. So
it's honestly offensively annoying at this point.
Yeah,
but we'll talk more about RKBro later.
Just shout out to their horrible shirt design of literally just putting a snake on a scooter, and the snake looks like Snakey from the Eric Andre show.
The shirt is not good. The hoodie that Randy has, where it's like his Viper logo with Riddle's like hair in the hat.
I like the logo.
I think the logo's okay. The T-shirt with the Snakey is not good.
The other one isn't an offense.
I just don't like the sweatshirt because it's literally just that little patch. There's nothing on the back of it. So it's just...
I don't have an issue with that. WWE's big issue is their fucking merch design where they just put a bunch of nonsense on the back and it makes the shirt unwearable.
If you're spending like $30 for that, for just having one
that's fair. That's a fair criticism.
Like,
not having stuff like
that's
plastered
fine for
on
Warren to wear because he's obviously getting it for free. Like if
no, they make him pay for it.
Good. Well, what's wrong? It's a sweatshirt, so it's probably like $50.
Yeah.
So $50 for the little patch here.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Pretty shit.
You guys don't know fashion. Anyway,
clearly, Mr. Mickey Trop Man.
Pat is wearing a Mickey Mouse themed Hawaiian shirt.
I would just like to point out
I own this as well.
I would like to point out that Ryan looked at me and said, Mickey Mouse Trop Shirt Man.
I don't see the issue.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you've got a Mickey Mouse Trop Shirt Man.
All right, whatever. Anyway, after this, we go to Jeff Hardy versus John Morrison. Morrison got him with like some, was it water?
Hold on.
The drip stick.
The drip stick.
What the fuck is the drip stick? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was just a water bottle that he just went.
John Morrison drip stick.
Drip
Let's
stick.
see what finds out when I
Got
go
him with the drip stick.
what the drip stick is.
Hopefully nothing
The
bad.
drip stick is. Oh. Okay. You know, like the water pump things, like the water gun that you.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that, but it's
Gotcha.
orange and it just has written on it drip stick.
Good.
So that's what it was. It was not a water bottle.
Cool.
Like a water shooter.
Anyway,
Yeah.
before this, they roll out the Miz because the Miz. I don't know if you guys know this. He tore his ACL.
No, Maurice. I feel like didn't she return? What happened? To
Why
her?
would they? Why would they need Maurice?
Well, I was just saying she came back and was like
For,
with
like, 2
them
matches,
for a
yeah.
couple weeks. So I find it weird that she wasn't there.
Probably because the Miz isn't really involved.
I bet,
He's
but he's,
he
like,
is
there still.
he is wheelchair
But
bound.
she could have like wheeled him out, and then Morrison.
No, but that's the thing is Morrison has to wheel him out because he's his best friend
I guess
ever.
so. I'm sorry.
He's such a big best friend that he forgot him on the ramp this week, and apparently last week, according to commentary, he pushed Miz down the ramp too fast. So
I guess so. Sure, it's somebody who didn't watch.
yeah,
Um,
I'm just gonna take commentator's word for it. Let it be known this is our first time watching since Adnan.
yeah, Adnan
Is
left.
gone.
Yeah, Adnan got released.
Rip in peace, Adnan's WWE career.
Now we have Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, who
Not that bad. I
No.
thought he was fine.
considering we were all hesitant on him because he was very vocal about on Twitter and stuff about how he doesn't watch wrestling and hasn't watched it since like the 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
He's not terrible.
definitely quick to
You
adapt.
could tell
Yes.
he's a little green though.
But you
with
could
some
tell
of the
he
stuff
was like
says.
doing a decent amount of
Yeah.
research and like knew the people and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't saying what was it all those years ago
Yeah, it was
during
like
Kofi
all those
Mania?
years ago during Kofi Mania. Wonder what that was like when it was fucking
3 years.
2019.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn boomer.
I do think that I still think the issue with commentary is the fact that your two color commentators are the most obnoxious human beings in the goddamn world.
Yeah,
in
they're
Byron
not-
Saxton
they're not good.
and Corey Graves.
They have
Corey-
terrible chemistry together.
Yeah, I think it's weird that like for so long, at least when Corey was in NXT, like everybody thought Corey was the guy. Like he's amazing as a commentator. But then once they paired him up with Byron and just had him with this stick of like, you just need to bully the shit out of Byron Saxton. You come on, we don't need that as a commentary thing, especially something for like what's gone on for like 5 years at this point. Like it's got to be close to 5 years that they've both been on commentary together.
Yeah.
Like Cole and Lawler's feud got old after what, like a few months. 6 years, 5 or 6 years is way too long
Yeah, I know
for
their
a
obsession
bad
with, like
feud.
having commentators like feud with each other. Like that's not.
Not
That's so
entertaining.
weird. Can you imagine in like a basketball or something or like another sport? Like the commentators that are always with each other just start like going at each other's heads, like
Screaming over the like
Over
if
the
Jeff
game.
Van Gundy and
and Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson
started
were
going at each other.
screaming at each other,
Right.
talking about how one of them thinks the other one should be beaten by their father, while Mike Breen is calling an NBA
Right.
playoff
Right.
game.
So,
That it doesn't work, and it takes away from the product if that is what you're going to be listening to for 3 fucking hours is Corey and Byron screaming over something while somebody is trying to commentate what is going on in the ring.
right.
You're not wrong. But yeah, regardless, I think I think Jimmy is a fine fit.
Yes.
Anywho, Jeff Hardy and John Morrison. The dripstick gets used, and then Cedric comes out, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Cedric
comes
comes out.
and I'm pretty sure we go to commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Because this is the night of, if there's a match going on,
Speaking
somebody's
of-
coming
Yeah, I
out.
don't know that. A bunch of run-ins.
yeah,
for-
this felt like a
I don't know
throwback to
why.
when they were doing the thing where like they couldn't have a match go through the commercial, and they would
Yeah.
have to like do a DQ or something, and then it would come back as a different match. Or they're doing a bunch of like 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Anywho, Jeff Hardy lost via Starship Pain,
Mhm.
and then after the match, Cedric gets on the mic and starts like patronizing Jeff, basically saying he's sorry
for last week that he didn't show him the respect he deserved because he's a legend, and he's always looked up to him. But then he swerves us all by saying that he's sorry he didn't kick his ass into the retirement home. And then
because Jeff Hardy is a sore winner
Yeah.
for celebrating a win over Cedric.
True. And so Jeff then puts his career on the line on a random episode
This
of
gave
Raw.
me hope, dude. This gave me hope.
And if Cedric beats Jeff,
And Jeff broke my heart.
then Jeff said he would retire.
Let it be known that Jeff Hardy had just wrestled a match.
Yes.
Yeah, and literally every time Jeff Hardy wrestles a match, because he's dying afterwards.
Yes.
No matter how long it goes, it just shows. It's like he's just in pain.
Yeah. Jeff did not lose his match against Cedric. He did, in fact, win with a swanton.
Yep.
So Jeff Hardy's WWE career lives on.
And then he danced over top of Cedric's.
It
body.
wasn't Fortnite dances. He
No.
wasn't doing the Orange Justice.
No, and he wasn't just chanting his name.
Yeah, it wasn't like the last episode of this where we watched where he just started going Hardy, 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 Hardy.
Free Jeff Hardy.
What a shame. Anyway, after this, we got Naomi's entrance for her match against the re-debuting Eva Marie.
Would this be Eva Marie 3.0?
Yeah. Wait, I don't know. Because there was Eva's initial call-up, then she went back down to NXT, which technically would be 2 because it's her second try. Then she comes back up, and that's 3, and so this is like
4.0.
Jesus.
Anywho, Eva comes out, and she's accompanied by Piper Niven from NXT UK. If you watch the Mayhem Classic, you'd also know her from there. Sean Ross Sapp reported that apparently the suggested name for her backstage is Doudrop, spelled Doughdrop, and specifically notes pronounced Dewdrop, not Doudrop. Both of those are awful.
Mm-hmm. This is a human person's name.
Dewdrop.
Now, let it be known that commentary didn't refer to her.
Let's give me a second. So the implication is that Eva's going to wrestle this match. It's announced as Eva Marie. They come down to the ring, and instead of Eva getting into the ring, Piper or Doudrop slides into the ring and shouts at the ref to ring the bell. The ref rings the bell and then starts screaming, "Who are you? What are you doing?" And then commentary is like, "Who is this person?" Piper Niven has been signed since. Would you like to take a guess?
2018.
I'm gonna go like 16.
She's been in 2017 is when she came into WWE.
Cool.
And they acted like they have never seen this person in their life before, despite her being on NXT UK, the Mae Young Classic, and I think she's made appearances in NXT.
Yeah.
So in kayfabe, Corey Graves and Byron Saxton have never watched anything outside of Raw.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of WWE commentators do that shit when someone debuts. Like, who's that?
But they knew who Rick fucking Boogs was.
They knew who Rick Boogs was, a man who I don't know if he ever had an actual wrestling. No, he had a couple, very few, TV matches on NXT.
And then what else I don't get is it's not like she's coming from a different promotion. Why
No.
change her name?
I have no idea.
Like what? I don't understand.
And if she's coming from a different promotion, then sure, you could do who is this?
That's
Why
what
is she
usually
here?
happens, yeah.
But she literally is just coming from NXT UK. She did not change her look.
No.
She hasn't new hair, but you can
No,
clearly tell it's her.
it is what she has been wearing in NXT UK as of a month ago, because Dave LaGreca has been posting gifs of her and her current feud in NXT UK,
Gotcha.
where it's her and some random guy against, I believe, Ginny and some other guy.
Dave Mastiff.
No, Dave. Shout out Dave Mastiff. He needs to come on to the main roster.
Anywho,
just for Pat.
Piper Niven / Doudrop wins very easily with a Michinoku driver, and then Eva Marie gets on the mic and announces that she won, and Piper gives her a hug.
Yeah, and
This was fucking awful.
let it be known that it's weird because everybody was Sean Ross Sapp and others had reported that Piper and Mercedes Martinez were supposedly in the running to be Eva's muscle. This acted like Piper was a crazed fangirl of
Yeah, it felt
Eva.
like Mickey James with Trish.
Yeah, she jumped onto Eva. Eva gave her side eye the whole time. Like, it was very strange. Why, like, I don't know. If you come out with somebody like Piper, why is Piper now, like, a fangirl? It defeats the purpose of...
I have no idea.
It's stupid. Also, if her name is Dewdrop, is easily the worst name change of all time.
Yeah, I don't think I can argue that. Dewdrop is not a person's name.
Yeah.
After this, then we go backstage, or not even backstage, we go to a gym where Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose are doing a photo shoot in this gym, and then we hear noise from, like, across from them as they start walking over, and it's Tamina and Natalya in a wrestling ring, and apparently Mandy and Dana are upset because they're getting distracted by the people in the wrestling ring wrestling
in
at
this
a
gym.
Tamina and Natalya are heels, right? Or are they baby faces?
I think the whole women's tag division doesn't make sense because, like, they were heels at Mania. I think they turned them babyface because of the reaction at Mania.
They still felt like heels here.
Yeah.
And then Dana and Mandy also felt like heels here.
Dana and Mandy have always come off as two of the most unlikable people to me.
They just come off as robotic. They don't come off as unlikable. They just don't come off as, like, humans.
Yeah, no.
Together, yeah. But, like, Mandy and Sonya together felt like they were always heels.
I think they were always heels.
Like, even when Mandy went with Otis.
No, stop it. Mandy was good in that role.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, they brawl in the ring. It wasn't very good. The camera work was also not very good. But
it was so shaky.
apparently, we're
Pretty
getting
sure
heel
the
versus...
cameraman had Parkinson's.
Apparently, we're in heel versus heel. Dana and Mandy versus Tamina and Natalya for the tag titles. After this, we get the New Day versus RKBro. And gotta say, this was really good.
Yeah.
This was the I think this was the real, like, one high point of the show for me. This was, like, genuinely, like, a very, very good match. And towards the end, I was worried we were gonna get, like, a DQ or something screwy, but they stuck to it and they gave us an actual finish here.
Yeah, for how bad the non-wrestling stuff of this like little partnership.
Yeah.
But
The wrestling's good. They're a very good team. Randy and Riddle have really good chemistry, and the New Day are always good.
Yeah. And say what you want about Randy is, like, a boring wrestler, but, like, when he cares, he's very, very good.
Yeah, he seems to be interested in this, so,
yeah.
I mean, sure, why not?
Guess what else is he gonna do, right?
I guess.
His career.
We got a really good RKO to Xavier at the end as well to finish this.
Yeah.
He went for the honor roll, and as he was coming up through it, Randy caught him with the RKO, so... Very nice. It was also a really, like, long match as well, which I appreciated, because the last time I feel like we watched a really long match on Raw, it was Drew and Kofi, which ended in DQ. Mm-hmm. It was like a 30-minute match and then DQ.
God, you hate that.
You hate to see it.
Especially when it's so consistent.
We got Drew McIntyre backstage, interviewed by Kevin Patrick, and he calls himself William Wallace, and he also says...
Big Willie.
Big Willie.
He looks up to William Wallace, who he likes to refer to as Big Willie, because he has big, massive, humongous, large brains.
And also we got him... This is the same shit they did with Seth when Seth was a babyface, where he has the corniest fucking lines and it makes you hate him.
Yeah.
Where he says, Bobby Lashley's name isn't Bobby Lashley. I'm going to start calling him Trashly.
Like, come on, dude.
Are you fucking 6 years old?
Dude.
Who is that funny to?
No.
The average audience member of this is like 50 plus. What 50-year-old is sitting there going,
See,
Trashly? Trashly?
McIntyre, Rollins, fantastic in the ring.
Yeah.
Fantastic. As faces,
The scripting that they give them.
don't give them a mic. Because, like...
Well, it's weird because Drew is a good promo when he isn't scripted to do stupid shit like this, and it feels like it's one of those things where, like, they've just gone with this feud for so goddamn long that they don't know what else to say. So let's just try and throw shit out there and see if something sticks. But it's not going to stick because there's no crowd to chant along with it or
I mean, to be
anything.
fair, they only got a couple more weeks of that.
Yeah.
Really need
But like by then, you're not gonna have Drew and Bobby, and nobody's gonna be chanting trashly.
You think this ends at Hell in a Cell?
They said that if Drew loses, he can't challenge for the title anymore as long as Bobby has it. So unless Drew is winning the title,
like rematch at SummerSlam or Money in the. Oh wait, no, there's Money in the Bank. Never mind.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I guess I just still.
Then Drew wins Money in the Bank.
Listen, WWE really needs a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You can say whatever you want about the sure, like companies have semi made it work without a crowd, but during COVID, but honestly, they're missed more than they're not. Like a crowd, because you honestly need a crowd for wrestling.
That's why I don't watch.
It just is what it is.
That's why I can't watch Impact. Impact is uncomfortable to watch.
Impact's production is goddamn atrocious when it comes to the crowd noises.
Like you need a crowd, because if you don't have a crowd, then who's face, who's heel? You know what I mean? Like you're just like at this point, you need a crowd, and the fake, piped in noise. No, that's not it. It's stupid.
I think the fake pipes. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
It's just
like
unnatural. It's stupid. And the whole Thunderdome thing, where if you connect to the Thunderdome, they make you they tell you when to cheer, when to boo. That's so unnatural and stupid.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing that with at least going into NXT, where they have a crowd and
they're booing MSK.
They're booing the babyface tag teams. They're cheering Karrion Kross, who's supposed to be the monster evil heel.
They're confused. I don't know what it is.
Well, Kross is a COVID denier. I guess what we're learning is that NXT fans are COVID deniers. And
a COVID denier and a QAnon supporter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, fucking Florida.
Anywho, after this, we go to Asuka versus Rhea Ripley.
For the billionth time.
Yeah.
Which, I do have to say, commentary kept on referring to this as a WrestleMania rematch. When does it stop being a WrestleMania rematch? Because they've done it multiple times since WrestleMania.
Dude, I have no fucking clue. It's like they forget week to week what they do.
I mean, they might. Because Corey and Byron don't watch the product.
That's true.
They're just rolling with it, dude. They're literally just reading off a script. Yeah. It's just...
the match was fine. It wasn't anything special. Rhea surprisingly won. I for sure thought with Charlotte losing in the opening, I thought Rhea was going to lose here, and they were just going to have both of them lose going into the show. But Rhea won with the Riptide, and immediately after the match, Charlotte made her way out, and we got the brawl Ryan was referring to earlier.
So goddamn drawn out.
Charlotte got her nose busted open here.
And then screamed.
Yeah, that the refs and the producers that were trying
to get the fuck off of me.
Yeah,
which they bleeped, but you could clearly read her lips.
This didn't really get me. I mean, again, not watching Hell in a Cell, but if I was, I don't think this was going to get me hyped up for another Charlotte Rhea match. They need new women on the roster.
I just think this again. These Raws showcase just how poorly the roster is used, not just women, but overall, because it's the same people every week that
facing
we're getting.
Each other. We're getting Jackson Riker and Elias. You have RKBro and New Day. You got Drew, Kofi, and Lashley intertwined. Asuka, Charlotte, Rhea, and Nikki.
The only new people from 2 weeks ago to today, or 3 weeks ago,
are Naomi and Eva Marie.
Naomi, Eva Marie, and the Viking Raiders. Those are the only different people that have appeared since.
I'll always say this, out of every wrestling, major wrestling company, WWE, as of late, is not capable of making new stars. They're just not. It's just really tough for them.
It's not even making new stars. You don't even have to make new stars. You have, going into 2021, it was proven that they had over 300 contracted wrestlers to their company.
Right.
How the fuck are you having less than 20 wrestlers on your big night, your 3-hour program? How are you down to 20 people?
I feel like every Raw we watched so far, there's just
the same
group of people.
Yeah, it's never anybody.
It's
different.
only person Lashley, it's like Orton and Riddle, Lashley and McIntyre, and then you have the New Day in there somewhere, and then you have AJ and Omos, and then you have Morrison and The Miz, or Morrison by himself, and then you have Asuka, Rhea, and Charlotte, and then
And Nikki.
Yeah.
And then you also
And
have
that's
you have Jackson Riker and Elias
Oh, yeah,
as a tag
randomly
team,
there.
and then not a
Yeah,
tag
like-
team.
I don't know, dude.
I just don't understand how you are a company, and like you can say, well, they had the most profitable year of their entire thing. How the fuck is it a good business model to have over 300 contracted wrestlers, and use only 20 of them on your 3-hour show? And you can say, well, they have NXT, they have the PC, they have the NXT UK, they have SmackDown. They're not using 300 wrestlers on their TV.
Right. Exactly. It's stupid. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like people critique AEW saying that they have too many people and that people are left off of shows, but WWE has
See,
the
I don't think
reverse
that's
problem.
true because they have AEW Dark. They
Dark.
have AEW Dark now and
Dark Elevation, and,
and
they're
Dark-
getting
and then
Rampage.
another show. So like, they're gonna have more people to utilize.
I was just going to say that that's a criticism the people of AEW. Meanwhile, WWE has the reverse criticism: is they don't have they have enough people, but they don't put enough different people on the shows.
Right.
Yeah. Like the only people I think that were on the first few episodes that we've watched that weren't on this are Braun Strowman because he's been released, Sheamus because he's injured, Umberto because
Ricochet.
his feud
Ricochet's
is
not
with
there because he was feuding with
right
Sheamus
Umberto
was
and
on,
right.
yeah.
So they're probably I'm
like, it's-
assuming
it's-
they're giving Sheamus time off
Yeah,
to
but
heal
it's
his
like
face.
the fact that they couldn't find anything for Ricochet and Umberto, just have them wrestle each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you have like these super talented.
But nobody
people,
cares
so
about
it's-
either.
I would rather watch those two wrestle for like 10 minutes than watching Nikki and Charlotte.
Right, but
I
that's
honestly
the
don't
that's
care
the
if
thing is that WWE, at least to their fan base, they don't think that work rate matters, and that's why Ricochet, who is arguably coming into WWE, was considered one of the maybe 10, 15 best wrestlers in the world. He is losing on main event weekly.
I mean, it's clear that WWE in like this age is more concerned and more caring about the entertainment aspect
Yes.
than the wrestling aspect.
I
Like,
mean-
like Monday Night Raw is not a wrestling show.
It's a show that
It
has
is
some
a sports
wrestling.
entertainment
The
show.
only thing that I can argue against that is you look at something like the tag match with New Day and RKBro,
Yes.
which was like straight up. That was like something
Yeah, but
that was like
one
on the
match out of like
out of 3 hours. No,
show,
Yeah.
absolutely
it's like,
not. Yeah, but that's like
I'm not saying they don't care about wrestling at all. I'm just saying it's more a sports entertainment.
no, but it's proof that they can do it when they want to.
Yeah, because like
I mean,
Drew and
if they couldn't, that's a problem because they have some of the best wrestlers in the world on their
100%
roster. It makes no
problem.
sense.
because like Drew and AJ, they were having a fine match, but because we knew that there was 40 goddamn
Oh,
minutes
yeah, and
left,
it's just
and this was
predictable bullshit.
announced as the main event, you know that they're not going to go 40 minutes, especially when 5 minutes into the match, Drew McIntyre is calling out Bobby Lashley,
And
and,
then the
Bobby
Viking
Lashley
Raiders are
comes
coming
out.
Ivar to come out.
Yeah,
Was there
and
a reason to come out.
No,
They
they
came
just
out
came
because Bobby Lashley moved
That's
forward.
so random. That's what I'm saying. It's just that like predictable bullshit that like.
I mean, to be fair, seeing Eric and Ivar show up was kind of unpredictable. But
Yeah,
once they came out, you were
also
like,
random.
okay, well, we're getting.
Well, to be
We're
fair,
getting a
if
six-man.
we watched last week where Eric and Ivar became the number one contenders, I think, to the tag titles,
No,
then
see,
it
I
would
didn't
then
know
it would
that.
then it would make a little more
Yeah,
sense.
that's the thing is because they just ran down the card literally right
And they
before
didn't
that, and they
mention
didn't mention that as a
Yeah.
match.
Actually, let me make sure that it's not a match, so I'm not speaking on a match. I'm pretty sure it is. What's up next? So you guys can talk about it later. Look, Asuka and Rhea, we talked about that.
Yeah.
What's up after that? MVP with it's just
Kofi
I'm talking about,
and
no,
Xavier.
that's just the promo in the
Oh,
thing.
in
So
the-
Alexa and Nia, go to that.
Okay, so Alexa and Nia are probably the two people. Okay, Nia is probably the person I care the least about in wrestling. And Alexa's gimmick is easily the worst gimmick in wrestling in mainstream wrestling that I watch. Alexa's theme music is obnoxiously
Dude,
bad.
It's so bad. I don't even know what it is.
It's not as bad as Taylor Wilde.
No, It is, because there's like 3 different things going on.
No, but her theme is intentionally like distorted, and it makes sense with it makes sense. Yes, it makes sense with her character. Taylor Wilde's theme doesn't make sense for any wrestler.
Well, it's okay because Taylor Wilde is still missing in action. She's still been kidnapped.
You can keep going.
Anyway, so Nia is a heel. Alexa is a heel. They both come out. Nia stares at Alexa as the match bell rings, and Nia is pleading with Alexa, "This isn't you. I know you. This isn't you. What happened?" And Alexa is just like moving her head in weird ways, to which Corey Graves and Byron Saxton continuously throughout this entire match go on about how they've never seen something like this. What has gotten into Alexa? This has literally been going on with Alexa Bliss since September of last year?
You're asking the wrong person, buddy.
How are these people... Like, I don't understand how the commentary team, who is supposed to give feedback about the matches, about the storylines, are so goddamn clueless about stuff that's been going on for months. And I understand
directly in front of them.
Yes. It's not like this is something that happened on the other... Like, if you were going on and Alexa just debuted on Raw and she was on SmackDown, and you want to play that Byron and Corey have never watched SmackDown, that would be fine. She has been on Raw exclusively this entire time. She starts doing the, like, double-jointed stuff that she has been doing since she debuted on the main roster.
Okay, to be fair, she's never done it like that. She
hasn't done it with her leg. Yeah. You're crawling. At least that we've watched.
No, I think that's a new thing.
Okay, I don't know if she, like, in her other matches...
Fairly certain it's a new thing.
Okay. This just wasn't wrestling. Like, it was literally, for the first few minutes, was just Alexa jumping on Nia's back, Nia running into the ring post, Alexa going to the ground, crawling, and doing the double-jointed stuff. Then getting back on Nia's back. And then Reggie appeared. And Alexa ends up winning because Nia is concerned for Reggie, and she hits a Alexa hits a really, really bad DDT on Nia, to which commentary says, I think she's knocked out cold, while she's moving around talking and yelling in pain.
Right.
And then Alexa hits Twisted Bliss, or whatever it's called now. Gets the win, or we think she's going to get the win, but no, Reggie gets in the ring and just picks Alexa up, and we got a DQ finish, baby, because having a count out already in this match, in this night, we didn't have enough no finishes, so we needed a DQ. Then Alexa hypnotizes Reggie to just moving his head from side to side and picking up his hand. And then Alexa rolls out because Nia gets back in the ring. Nia says, snap out of it, Reggie. And Reggie says, oh, I'm fine. And that was the end of that. This is stupid. I don't care about this. Why is Alexa a heel feuding with other heels? Who am I supposed to care about? None of them, because it's all stupid.
Yeah, if you like this, I'm just going to leave it at this. If you like this, you have bad fucking taste.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's stupid.
And people have said that Alexa gives a good performance. I disagree. I don't think anything about this is good.
Maybe in a horror movie.
No.
Watch a horror movie with.
I wouldn't feel horrified by this.
At least it'd be more acceptable if it was a low budget horror film.
Yeah, if it was like if you specify low
but
budget,
it's if like this $1 billion company,
a multi-billion-dollar. Like if this was done on like some really shitty indie scene, I could understand it. It's not. It is a multi-billion-dollar company that has the production budget to do literally anything.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be a no from me, dog. Anywho, happy Tuesday. It's 12 a.m. After this, then we got the stuff with MVP in the New Day. Basically, MVP comes up and tries to lure Kofi away from Xavier, saying that, why haven't you ever gotten another WWE title opportunity, despite him having a chance for one.
and Bobby and
last week.
well, no, that was 3 weeks ago.
No, I was saying that he had a chance to get one last week when he
2 weeks ago.
when he faced Drew. That was 2 weeks ago.
We've missed 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. What else did we have?
We had Xavier Woods throwing out
Oh yeah,
random slang
he
things.
said he was gonna like go home to MVP's wife and fill
No,
up her
mom.
water bowl. Oh yeah, he's gonna fill up
mom.
MVP's mom's water bowl. Okay, that was a weird line.
And then told MVP to go away and kick rocks.
Yeah.
Which I don't think has been used by anybody like as an insult to somebody since like the early 90s.
Regardless, it's interesting that they're at least putting the potential out there for a New Day breakup with Kofi or I would say Kofi or Xavier going to team with Lashley and MVP.
I'd be perfectly fine with it. I know.
I would normally be of like, yeah, sure, but Raw has a severe lack of tag teams. Because Elias and Riker broke up. If you break up the New Day, then your teams are RKBro, the Viking Raiders, and AJ and Omos. That's
well,
three
we
teams.
already know. I mean, we know that the draft is coming up soon.
Isn't that in like the fall? I think it's like after SummerSlam. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
you're right. Well, you could have them split there.
No, it's in the end of August.
It's August.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the
still,
end of August.
it's
It's
still end of
the
August.
yeah. It's the week after SummerSlam.
That's
not
still,
fall.
but that's still a while. It's
Yeah.
still like 3 pay-per-views from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did say I was going to bring this up. The tag title match is not officially announced,
Okay.
so who knows?
But they are number one contenders.
I believe so.
Okay.
Again, don't quote me. Could be wrong. What?
Cool.
Oh, isn't Lucha Lit on Raw as well?
Yes,
Yeah, shit, I
but-
forgot about that. I think that's who they beat. Oh, maybe. What a shame.
I love Lucha Lit.
We got Elias versus Jackson Riker, who is now a babyface. Jackson Riker won by countout.
Which they pointed out that last week they had the same match and it didn't count out.
Isn't it just Elias just walking away?
Yes.
I don't know who this is for.
I don't. Also, we got a Riker promo before this
God.
where they just kept on zooming in closer and closer to
like,
his nose and eyes.
It feels like they think he has like special like eyes
Harper?
like Brody Lee or like even like Cross. Like Cross, one of his more
Yes.
definable features is like his eyes. I
His
don't think
eyes-
Jackson. He just looks like a normal guy. He's
What's
not
your-
very expressive.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know what the fuck.
This
that
is
was
the
about.
first time I've heard him speak, and I do have to say I was expecting, considering he's been portrayed as like a wild mercenary
Him just
guy.
start screaming, "I love Donald Trump!" into the
No, I
fucking
thought
camera.
I thought he would be like not a refined.
It's like the TikTok of that guy. Pray for me, Donald. Or whatever.
Save me, Donald.
Save
was it?
me. You gotta save me, Donald.
No, I thought he was going to be less defined or less refined on the mic, and that's why they had like Wesley Blake and Cutler always cutting the promos for
The Forgotten Son.
Forgotten Sons, and why they teamed him up with Elias for what, a month?
He's been with him more than that.
Okay. So yeah.
I feel like he's been with him significantly longer, to be honest.
Oh, the only reason I said like a month is because commentary kept on referring to how it was a short-term partnership.
Yeah.
So it made it seem like it was not a long-term thing.
After that, we go to our main event, which is AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. AJ has Omos out with him. Bobby Lashley has the stage set up with the couches and the women and MVP with him.
I love the women.
And then...
Which Corey Graves said the women should get their own theme and entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? You get just pretty much a match between AJ and Drew until Lashley then starts making his way down, and then the Viking Raiders music hits, and they come down, and as they come down, we go to commercial break, and our assumption was that when they came back, it was going to be a 6-man, but no,
we're in the clear.
they continued having a match when we came back, and sure enough, that is when they come back for like probably, I don't know, like 5 minutes maybe, and then Bobby Lashley gets in, and we get a DQ, I guess? Another DQ. And then we go to commercial break again, and
We had 4 non-finishes on a 3-hour show. Let it be known that I think AEW in the 2.5 years that they've been around have done maybe 1 or 2 DQ finishes on their main show
Yeah.
or on a they haven't done one on a pay-per-view.
No, I don't think they've ever done one on a pay-per-view. So yeah. When we came back, then we got our 6-man with AJ, Bobby, and Omos versus Drew and the Viking Raiders. To be fair, this was a pretty fine 6-man match. It wasn't like it was like blowing anybody away, but it was like good enough. It wasn't like bad.
I've missed the Viking Raiders because I think that they are stars. I think they're very talented wrestlers.
Yeah, if Ryan could have his way, they'd be world champs. Like they'd break up and each be world champs.
Yes, I mean they
Freebird the
Freebird the world champ. I mean, considering their size, there's not anybody in a mainstream wrestling company that does the stuff that they do for their size that I can think of off the top of my head.
Keith Lee is pretty flippy and stuff.
Yeah,
Say Keith Lee.
if he ever
Jeff Cobb.
comes back.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that come to mind.
Okay.
Just talking big athletic dudes.
Big athletic dudes that are doing literal flips in the middle of the ring.
I mean, I feel like Brian Cage could.
Oh yeah, Cage 100%. Maybe even Wardlow too, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I haven't seen enough of Wardlow.
Ryan's down bad. We're just gonna keep naming big guys. Big Show.
No.
Sorry. Paul White. Hashtag no more BS.
No more BS.
No more BS. No more Big Show. More bullshit. No matter. Whatever you want to go.
Anywho, this came down to AJ in the ring getting beat down by Drew, and he goes to the corner to tag, and it looks like he's going for Omos, but then he tags in Bobby Lashley, and Lashley gets in confused because he thought Omos was getting in, and then he eats a Claymore, and Drew pins Bobby Lashley to win the match. So the champ gets pinned going into the show.
Yeah, that means he's not losing. that means he's not losing.
But where does Drew go from here? Because he can't challenge for the title again until Lashley loses.
I don't know.
It goes to Money in the Bank, bud.
Who's the IC champ?
IC is on the other
Who's
brand.
the US champ?
Sheamus, who's injured.
Oh, well then have him go to the
But Sheamus, he's injured.
Well, he's not gonna be injured for that long.
All right, then who
He only has a broken
challenges
nose.
Lashley next then? It's not. I don't think it's gonna be.
Well, they
Kofi.
can't just keep on doing it. Fucking. They're probably gonna do Brock.
But
At
there's
Money in
not
the
Money in the
Bank,
Bank.
yeah.
SummerSlam. But
Sometimes they could just give someone random.
Kofi.
I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
With everything going on with him and MVP in the back, so like.
Yeah.
Anywho, that was 3 hours of Raw. I'm going thumbs down, but big thumbs up to RKBro versus the New Day. That was genuinely great.
Yeah.
That was the one bright spot of this show. And the main event, like the two matches themselves were like fine. It was just depressing that we got like AJ and Drew going to a DQ. But like the 6-man was fine, but I wouldn't give it like a big thumbs
Where
up.
the fuck is the 24/7 title?
Doesn't
Akira,
Tozawa-
I don't know.
We haven't
honestly.
got like.
Well, the last time we watched, Tozawa won. Remember, he
Yes.
like pinned him on the staircase or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's been a minute.
Let me check if he.
I was already doing that.
24/7 championship. I believe Tozawa still has it. Yeah, Tozawa is a 10-time and current champ.
Damn, our truth down bad. Even though he's
Yeah.
like a fucking 100th time or whatever.
52, get it right.
That's insane, dude.
So I'm going thumbs down. Ryan, you said thumbs down?
I would go thumbs down, but thumbs up to
The tag match.
the tag match, and I'll even go thumbs up to the Kofi and MVP segment because
Yeah, that was
they're
fun.
just fantastic. I'm always going to be a fan of Kofi. Everything else just... The main event just was too predictable.
Joey,
I'm going thumbs down. That's all I have to say.
do you regret your stipulation of we have to give it a thumbs up?
Yes and no. I'm just doing it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the clicks and views.
Well, before we leave, I think we got to do what me and Angela do, even for shows that we don't actually have real predictions for. I think we got to run down Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, let's see what the card is. Hell in a Cell 2021.
Is the full card out?
No, because again, like I said, there's
Still
the
SmackDown to go.
SmackDown plus again, like I said, there's the rumor that they're gonna do the tag titles, but that's not officially added. But it looks like it is. So there's 5 matches announced: Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. I would assume Alexa wins.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, you know Alexa.
Yeah, she's gonna win.
Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio. Reigns.
Rome.
Rome. Bianca
The
Belair.
head of the table.
Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the
Bianca.
title.
Bianca's just been on a roll, I feel like.
I just don't know.
You can't,
they're kind of out. They're also out of women on SmackDown, really.
Bianca.
The only person who hasn't feuded like for a title this year, I think, is Liv, because Sasha's done it. Bayley's
but
done
Liv
it.
is losing to Carmella weekly, so.
Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna go.
Well,
beat-
no, they're 50-50 right now.
Oh shit!
She won. She beat.
Fuck.
Liv beat Carmella Friday.
Good.
I'm
50,
going-
50 booking, baby.
I'm going Bianca. Rhea versus Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte. 100% Charlotte.
I'm honestly probably gonna go with Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Charlotte as well.
I really
Just because
I think-
Rhea won and like stood tall throughout this.
I just think they've given up on Rhea already.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I thought that a while ago.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like her like mic work is kind of like
Awful.
sloppy.
It's not good.
I mean, it might be because they gave her the
They might.
shittiest character of
Yeah,
you're
they
a
might.
baby face who's gonna act heel.
Knowing Vince, like he might just want to give it to Charlotte because she's great on the mic and all that stuff. And
She's great on the
more
mic,
star
she's great in
power.
the ring, but nobody, like, I don't care about Charlotte Flair again being world champ.
No, too bad.
Well, it's gonna happen.
Too
but-
bad. They don't have anybody.
don't have
It's true.
anybody. Charlotte.
Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. I'm going Lashley.
I'm
I
going
guess.
Lashley as well.
Well, Lashley. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to see we're all on the same page. Viking Raiders and AJ and Omos for the tag
AJ and
titles
Omos.
if it gets added.
Yeah.
I'll go Viking Raiders just because why not? Because I feel
don't
like
think they're gonna win, though.
Because I feel like RKBro are more of a heel team now. Like they're baby faces technically, but I would say they're leaning heel. So I feel like they would make more sense to take it off Viking Raiders.
I don't know. I feel like this reign with Omos
It's
has been
meaningless.
awful.
To be fair, it's WWE and tag teams. They don't.
Yeah,
They do not care.
And that's the thing is because like they hyped up Omos so much.
He doesn't do shit. But
Yeah,
stand there.
He's really quick in the ring. He's very athletic
Okay,
looking.
whoa. Do not say really quick in the ring.
was gonna say,
Really quick for somebody who
for
is
his
7'3".
size, for his
But
size,
his
yes.
moveset is limited.
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
There's really nothing outstanding about the guy. Like, there's nothing that really.
But again,
screams,
it's
like,
one of those-
wow, like.
It's one of those things where it's like maybe he could do something they don't want him to.
Yeah, I think it's more
Because look at Ricochet, look at Murphy for the longest time. These guys they're immense talents, but they weren't allowed to do so much of their stuff.
Yeah.
Like Samoa Joe was easily one of the biggest names on the indies. One of the biggest names to come to NXT and then get moved up. And he was a shell of what he was on NXT. Look at Shinsuke.
To be fair, he wasn't allowed to use the Muscle Buster because he almost killed Tyson
Right,
Kidd.
but that's not the point. The point is he's supposed to be this monster killer top guy thing, and he never got a title run other than a U.S. title reign.
No, but his presentation against Styles was good. I just think that he should have
I
beaten
think
Styles.
Yes.
I think it's more Vince like sees a really tall guy and he's like obsessed and he's like no matter how what their moveset is, it's just like oh how tall they are like Great Khali, like look how tall he was.
Strowman to begin with.
Yeah, Strowman, like
Strowman at least got better over the years. Like Strowman when he joined the Wyatts was god awful.
Yeah.
He was so green.
I know you guys like the Great Khali. He's a terrible.
Nobody.
When did I say?
Dude,
Nobody likes him.
He's a
Pat
terrible
likes-
fucking wrestler, and he was a world champion. What? Like what? What?
None of us like the Great Khali as a wrestler. We like him for the meme.
That's fair. But dude, they just see like these fucking tall ass dudes, and it goes all the way back to like the 80s. I mean, it goes back all the way to like the start of well, they had fucking Giant Gonzalez, right?
Okay, that was mid
In the
90s.
90s, yeah. So they had all those big guys back then. Andre the Giant, like, come on. Andre the Giant was not a good wrestler.
Hey man, at least the Great Khali.
He was just huge.
The Great Khali's world title reign is only 61 days.
But that wasn't that because of injuries.
Probably. He lost it to Batista.
Oh, at least he lost
Didn't
it
he?
to
Who
somebody.
did he beat? Did he beat Mysterio?
Probably. Or Big Show.
Those are two very different people. Who?
It's
did
either you beat somebody big or you beat the
Great
smallest guy.
Khali win the title from?
I think it was a multi-man match.
Please tell me it was a battle royale.
Edge vacated the World Heavyweight Championship due to a legitimate injury. A 20-man battle royale was held for the title on July 20th edition of SmackDown. Khali won after eliminating both Kane and Batista in one move.
Good. So what that one move was this.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Did you know he's a one-time Slammy Award winner?
I mean, probably. Was it for the best kiss?
Biggest feet?
Biggest feet?
Was it for best kiss?
I think
with
so.
Beth
I'm
Phoenix?
pretty sure.
Dude, I forgot about that fucking weird. Oh, dude. So weird.
Let me know. Like, looking back on it, him and Santino were phenomenal together.
You mean her and Santino?
No,
he means
Great Khali and Santino. Like, their comedic chemistry was great.
He won for the damn moment of the year, which he won for hosting the Kiss Cam. The other things nominated for that year are Santino Marella attempts Melina's entrance on Raw.
Yes!
CM Punk attacks Chavo Guerrero disguised as a mariachi band member on ECW.
Okay.
And Jim Ross dresses up as a sailor for Halloween.
Oh, he's down bad, dude.
You know why? Because Vince fucking hated
Dude,
JR.
we haven't been given Boomer of the Week.
I have.
What are we giving it to this week?
We haven't.
Oh, okay, I'm giving it to,
we've got multiple things still left this week.
I'm giving it to to commentary for not knowing who Piper Niven was, despite being signed since 2017.
Okay, well that's a nomination because
This
we've
is-
still got shit.
My nomination is to the entire company for potentially changing her name to
Dewdrop. Yeah.
Dewdrop.
So if you're wondering what the damn moment of the year was for Jim Ross, just go on Google and type in Jim Ross sailor costume Halloween.
See that.
You'll see him sitting next to Taz on SmackDown, and Taz is dressed up as a military man. I'm going to spin my computer around so Joey can see this. I don't know if this is worthy for a damn... Oh, okay, well, based off Joey's face... I think it is.
My God!
There you go, I guess.
What you call? Let me know that the last time we gave Boomer of the Week
This
was.
was the last time we did Raw, I think. Right?
Yeah, nope, it was week of May 30th, which I believe it was Double or Nothing, and it was because JR said, "This move is as legal as a headlock. Do you remember when headlocks were legal?"
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, and I'm sure Jim Ross is once again leading the way for the award.
That gave him a
awarding champion.
2-point lead
Yeah,
over
pulling
Hulk
away.
Hogan and Matt Striker.
Dude, he's pulling away because Hulk Hogan won's probably we're not like seeing the rest of the
No, SummerSlam.
He'll be there for SummerSlam.
and the Saudi show.
and
Oh, who said we're watching this?
but Striker can make up ground since he's on.
Oh, he's off for a while.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's Matthews might get on the board.
Yeah, let it be known that
Dude,
You
that's
didn't give it to him
crazy.
last week?
he didn't do anything offensively bad
He
last
existed.
week. He existed, but he
He's
didn't
gonna
do
change
it.
his ways.
Like, the only thing that I even thought about putting him up for last week was because he kept on being like, you know, when I used to do commentary, I used to always try to throw in as many sports references as I could. And he acts like he wasn't
Used
on
to, like, it
commentary
wasn't.
last year. Like,
yeah,
literally
used to,
6
like
months
it was
ago.
like 20 years ago.
He was like Adnan.
Yeah.
He's having like non-flashbacks.
But yeah, like, he didn't do anything offensively bad other than, you know, like, boomerish, other than him, again, going back to his goddamn, the biggest pet peeve in wrestling I have of his, where he doesn't call finishers or signatures, he just yells, "It's their signature move!" Which is forever the worst thing
It's like
a
the
commentator
man
can do.
doesn't do any research of
Yeah.
like.
This is somebody who, I've said it multiple times, this man has been doing commentary in wrestling for major promotions for 15 years.
I don't get how.
He has to have blackmail on somebody.
He has to. I don't get how he has like in that role. Like, are they like desperate or like I don't know, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is 12:20. I'm sure Joey would like to get home.
Well, he's walking.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. If you made it through the entire episode, remember we'll be back on Thursday for Ryan and Angela's Impact Power Hour, and Friday maybe for AEW Dynamite. Who knows, because the show's at a very late time once again. But once AEW gets back to the regular schedule, we'll also go back to our regular schedule of having AEW reviews every Wednesday. Don't expect a Hell in a Cell review, but probably next Monday you'll get Raw as per the normal. So yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.